Hey y'all, I'm back for my fourth video here. So I said I was going to come back because I'm starting to review some of these products. And because I'm showing them on my channel, I just want to give y'all my experience with, it's two companies I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to just get to the point. I want to share my experience. If you looked at my mukbang, um, I think I posted it, I'm not sure. I talked about Alexander Wang, the company Alexander Wang, the expensive Alexander Wang. Over middle of December, my husband bought me some Alexander Wang Adidas. I saw them on another sneaker site on Instagram. Um, with that company that I saw them on, the sneaker company, I believe their return policies was final sale. I'm not sure. A lot of these sneaker companies are like that, especially when you order online. It's like final sale, whatever. If they don't fit or if you don't like them, too bad, they're yours. And so because I couldn't get them in the store, they didn't have them in the stores here, I decided to look around, and I figured, I go to the source itself and buy it. It had a return policy. I had to ship it back, but they had, free shipping for you. They sent you a label to ship it back to them. So I got the sneaker. I did a review on it, showed y'all the sneaker. It was the Alexander Wang Adidas Puff trainer or something like that. They sent me the wrong size. Number one, they sent me an 8.5 when I ordered an 8. Then I put one of them on my foot just to see how they looked on foot, and I just did not like them on my feet. Maybe on somebody else's feet, but on mine, mm-mm. So I put them back in the box, and that was that until I got ready to mail them back, which wasn't long after I got them because I was going out of town for the holidays, me and my family going on vacation. So I sent it back to them, I want to say on the 19th. Went to the UPS store. They gave me a return label, stuck it on the box, got my drop-off receipt from UPS. They used the ground, so I know it was going to take some time to get there because it was the holidays. It was like a week before Christmas. Excuse me. And UPS is busy. Plus, they chose to use the slowest shipping method with UPS. And so it's going from the West Coast to the East Coast. So I know it's going to take some time to get back. So they got it back on the 30th of December. So I waited until after the new year and all of that. Probably, I kept looking off and on, but when I got back home, I tried to call because I'm like, it's been over a week now. I should already have my refund, and it was not showing back up in my account. So I tried calling them several times, and the customer service wasn't answering the phone. So after about a week go past, maybe a couple of days, I ended up calling their New York store because I guess that's their flagship store in New York City, Manhattan. So I ended up calling the store and like, can you get me in touch with a customer service rep or a manager or somebody? I've been trying to reach these people. I sent back the stuff, they got it, and I want my refund. I want my money back. It was $250. And so she was like, they're really busy right now. They're not answering the phones, but you can email them. So I said, okay. So I emailed them. And then the next day, when I got my son up for school, about 7:30, I said, let me call to see if they're answering in the mornings, but not answering in the afternoons because it done got crazy. Everybody is up. So they answered. It had to be about 9:30 their time, 7:30 my time. They answered the phone. I told the lady what was going on. She asked me for the tracking number. I gave it to her. She said everything looks good. We received it. Everything is clear. I'm going to issue your refund. I said, okay, that was that. So normally it could take anywhere from 3 to 5 business days to go through. So after that week, it didn't go through. I'm like, yo. So on the 13th, I called again in the morning time after I got my son up and out the house. It probably was about 9:30 my time. So it was about 11:30 or so East Coast time. And another young lady answered the phone, and I told her what was going on. I said, hey, y'all got my shoes back on the 30th. I called the first time. The lady said she put my refund through, and I still don't have no refund. It's been way too long. Where's my money? And so she looked up my account, and she was like, yeah, they put your refund through, but unfortunately, sometimes our system do this where to jump to store credit, and that's what it did with your refund. It jumped to store credit. So I'm like, so she said, how did you pay? I said, I paid through PayPal. She said, okay, we have to go through another type of whatever to get it back. But she said, I'm going to do that. And then she said, I'm also going to send you an email confirmation of what we talked about, your refund. So I said, okay. So she did send the email confirmation and said it would take 2 to 3 business days, which put us at, give or take 3 days, the 16th. So now, this week, I think it was Monday, still haven't received my money back. They done got the shoes back on the 30th. It's now like the 20th, 21st or something like that of January, almost a month later, and I still don't have my refund. So I went on PayPal and I said, you know what, I'm about to file a PayPal claim and let them deal with it. I'm not calling these people no more. I done called them. I done emailed them once. Never to this day got another email from them. I done called them twice, you know, and this don't make no sense. So I opened up a claim with PayPal. Of course, PayPal got to go through their motions. They gotta give them time to answer, and so they said January 31st. So a couple of days later, I said, you know what? I'm gonna go through my credit card company too because I used my credit card to pay for it through PayPal. So I opened up a claim with my bank, letting them know, look, hey, I sent them back these shoes. They got it on the 30th. I done emailed them, called them twice, got a confirmation email that I was supposed to get my refund, and still no refund. It was today. It's Friday the 20 something. I don't know, the 24th, maybe 25th. I think it is. I think it's the 24th or the 25th today, and still no refund. 5 more days until it's a whole month. And Alexander Wang is a global company. And you mean to tell me you doing this mess? You getting your product back and not giving people back their money and talking about the system a jump to store credit sometimes and all that, not answering your customer service phones, not answering emails. I would never shop with them people again, not even if I could walk that stuff into the store, because that's just plain old crazy. But they're going to give me back my money. One way or another, they're going to give me back my money. So that's one store that I would not ever give my money to, just because of the way that they handled this refund situation, where I got to go through 2 companies and put claims against them to get my money back for a product that they got back in their store and probably done sold already. So the next one is Marla Renee. Now, my rant, if y'all watch my unboxing, that was clearly my reaction when I got my box, because I really didn't pay attention when I was ordering to the shipping, because it didn't let me pick out a shipping. So I went back and looked at my receipt when I got my confirmation tracking, and was like, damn, $19.09 for tracking. I mean, for shipping. And it's just regular priority 3-day shipping, not overnight. So I did that unboxing. Yeah, I had a little bit of a rant. This is my first time ordering from her ever, trying her product, so I don't know how the product works. If y'all been following me since I've been back on, I've told y'all I have very difficult skin on my face. Um, I have sensitive reactive skin, which means if I use anything that has anything in it that my skin don't like, I will break out in hives or red itchy bumps on my face. And that's why I had to stop doing the Korean skincare method, because a lot of their products had irritants in it and wasn't just the best. I'm not going to say all of them, but most of them. And it was mostly when I used the Korean skincare mask that my whatever that was would flare back up, and it started getting worse and worse and lasted longer and longer. And that's when I went to Green Beauty. And from there, I found the young lady whose face balm was like medicine. I was in the middle of a flare, and that it had been going for weeks. And I ordered a mud mask from her, and she gives you 2 samples. And so I used one of the samples I wanted was the face balm. And when I tell you, the next day I woke up and it had diminished a lot, I had to go and buy the bigger jar. But the thing with that is that stuff is like $200 for a 1 ounce. And although you only need a tiny bit and you can use it all over your body, I got back in the sneakers and I just could not see myself paying $200 for a face balm. I knew it had to be something else out there that I can use that was just as good, if not comparable, that would help to keep my reactive flare-ups at bay, if not gone. So I kept searching, and I came across some other stuff, and it was okay, but it just wasn't to my liking. I was still searching, and then over the Christmas holidays, my reactive stuff flared up again. And I was like, but I had already ordered this stuff because the girls in the group raved about it. And again, I was looking for some new face stuff. And so I wanted to give his sister a try, I like to support small businesses, whether you black, white, or whatever. I like to support small business women. And so, I said I'd give her a try. The ladies are raving about it. So I took her skincare quiz, and it came up the same thing. I needed a sensitive system. That's what I got. But again, going back to the thing, so I got my tracking number, and I'm looking at the receipt, and I'm like, $19. I was like, this must be a big box she gonna ship in. I got the box, and it's just a small 6x6 square box. That's it. Now, I have some priority boxes that are like this because, as y'all know, I am a business owner as well. I sell LuLaRoe, so I had to order all size boxes and envelopes to ship my orders in. And this size box right here, through USPS post office, it was the same price as a bubble mailer. The same price as a bubble mailer. The only time I would use that box over a bubble mailer is if I either ran out of bubble mailers, or if it was something, a bunch of little small things like, leggings, a bunch of leggings, or some leggings and a shirt, that I could just roll up tightly and put it in. I didn't use that box often because it wasn't big enough really for much of anything. If I used the box, I had to use the the medium flat rate box. Now, if you are a business owner, everybody and their mother know that you can order free boxes, envelopes, anything that you need to mail with tags from USPS.com for free. They will drop it off right at your house. So I would go in and I would order like 3 or 4 cases of the bubble mailers, maybe about a case of the medium size, and then maybe a case of the large size. I didn't use the large too often, but when I did, when people would buy a couple of dresses from me, shirts, that stuff take up space, and so the bubble mailers weren't going to do it, and the medium box sometimes wasn't going to do it if they ordered multiple big heavy items like dresses and stuff from me. I had to go ahead and use that medium or large flat rate mailer. Ain't nobody weighing nothing and getting charged and paying by weight in the post office no more. Okay? That's number one. Like I said, if you own a business, even if you don't own a business, but you ship often, my tip for you is to go to USPS.com and order your mailers that you use often. Do not go into the post office and get I don't even think in my post office they even have them anymore because you can order them for free, and they're 2 different prices. If you go into the post office and get those, use the mailers in there, it go by weight. If you order it from USPS.com, it's a flat rate. So that's the difference. But I don't even think some post offices, unless they're like a 24-hour drop off, they don't even have the mailers in there no more. They don't. They may have a label for you to use, but the mailers, they don't even have them in there. So that's one thing. So I talked to Diva Deb, and she said, TT, before you go off, email her. It could have been a mistake. I said, I don't think it's no mistake. But I said her system should have caught it. So I emailed her, and she emailed me back and said, unfortunately, that's the correct shipping. From her zip code to mine, it was $18 and some change. Now, I wasn't about to argue with this woman over no shipping because I have a choice not to order from her no more. Okay? I did that one time with another girl who was shipping gouging on people, and they just not going to listen. I'm not going to argue back and forth because, like I said, I have a choice not to order from you no more. But the hard part is when you like the stuff, that you're using, do you deal with it or do you keep looking? But I got a plan. But the thing is she's shipping gouging. And see, a lot of the ladies may not realize it because they love her stuff so much. They order a bunch of it. And I do believe if you order $100 or more, she gives free shipping. So they're not seeing really the shipping charge because they're ordering a lot of stuff, especially when she have a sale. They're ordering over $100 worth of stuff, and they're getting free shipping, whereas me is my first time, so I'm not going in there ordering a bunch of stuff. I'll go in there and order what I want to try and maybe one other thing, which was the face stuff, and then this exfoliating body bar, because I saw a lot of people talking about it. So I said I'll just get one because at $25, I need to be wowed. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot for a body bar, especially after one use that's going to look like this. So, to me, that's price gouging, and I don't take that too lightly. Now, for me, I pay for some shipping, but I'm only going to pay that kind of shipping if, one, I got a big box. I understand the bigger the box, And depending on, two, I want to say too, with the post office, they do have zone boxes. So for some people, if they live closer, if their business is closer to where you live or the state that you live, the zone boxes are good. But if they're not close to you, you don't use a zone box. You just use a flat rate box, because it's going to end up being more money if you use a zone box and they are far from where you live. If they're across the United States, of course it's going to be more money. So you wouldn't use a zone rated box to ship to somebody that's clear across the United States. You're not going to use a zone rated box for somebody if you're in North Carolina and they're in California. It's going to cost a lot of money. You use a flat rate box. So, with that being said, I do not believe that she paid $18 for her to ship me this little box, when I've shipped boxes like this and bubble mailers for less than, because I use the shipping service. I used Indicia. Some people use stamps. That's another thing. If you own a business and you ship a lot, you're not going to pay the post office rates. You're going to get a shipping company. That's just a no-brainer. You're going to use stamps, Indicia, or if you ship a whole lot, like my friend Andrea from Bubble Bistro, she has a contract with the post office because she ships worldwide. So again, she has a shipping service that she uses, and it's called the post office. She used to ship FedEx too. But even when I asked her, I said, take the friendship out of it. Am I tripping? Or is this overpriced? She said, hell no, you tripping. She tripping. She was like, that box should not have cost no $18. And I agreed. Again, I ship. I was with Indicia. I use their free because I ship less than 50 packages a month. But as you go up, it may be $29.99 and you could ship over 100 packages. But if you shipping and people are buying like that, the cost kind of cancels itself out. When you use a shipping service, you get discounted shipping. So again, my friend looked it up for me. She said for that size box, it probably was like to $7. She was able to look it up precisely because she uses the post office to ship her stuff. I've gotten huge boxes from her that didn't cost her no damn $18 because she used a flat rate box. But you gonna tell me you spent $18, honey? If you spent $18 to send that, you need to rethink going into business, being in business, because that ain't it. And the only reason I'm thinking that she did that for people who don't order over $100 worth of stuff is because she need to balance out her shipping costs. You know, if people order $100 worth of stuff, at the end of the day, you still have to pay that shipping if you're giving them free shipping. You understand what I'm saying? So there needs to be some balance. I know for myself, when I was mailing out LuLaRoe stuff, I was eating the cost. I was actually losing money on shipping because I wasn't shipping like that. And really, I wasn't doing high volume shipping. You know, I was just starting. So my shipping was low volume. So I wasn't able to balance out. You know what I'm saying? My shipping costs, and I would be in these groups, and you know you had to follow their rules for the shipping. So they'll be like, you know, shipping is $3 or shipping is $5 or something like that. But if these people are ordering like two dresses from me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the two dresses with tax and stuff may be $150, but and I can't put those in a bubble mailer or a small thing, so I have to put it in, you know, like a medium sized flat rate, and that may run me about $11 for a medium sized flat rate. If I did like a bubble mailer or this size box, if I could get it in a bubble mailer or this size box, it would cost me like less than $7. Less than $7. So there's no way. She said this was let me see. I could tell who she used Indicia too. Stamps Indicia, because it's on the label right here. So there's no way in hell. You see that where it says Stamps Indicia? There's no way in hell that she paid $18 to ship this to me, and she used the same company I used to ship. There's no way that she used yeah, this is some bull right there. So I'm gonna come back at the end of 30 days and I'm gonna do my review on this system. And if it works, even though she over there price gouging, I will buy from her again. Normally I won't buy from you again because I can find sometimes what I'm looking for in other companies with better practices. But with skincare, that's not the case. But I know how to buy from her, which is when she runs a sale and to get what I need and make sure it's at $100 or more to get free shipping, because really, I really didn't get the sale. Had I paid attention and I knew that she gave free shipping with a certain spending amount, I could have gotten an extra product. You know, I ended up spending $100 with the shipping added on to what I got when I could have got an extra product. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta know how to make your money work for you. I'm sorry this is so long. I tried to get this in under 10 minutes, but it just wasn't possible. And again, I like to come and tell about my experiences with company, especially if it's not a good experience, because I've had people order based on my videos from companies and they ended up getting shafted. And then they would message me or come back on the video and say, hey, I found this company based on your reviews and they didn't send me my stuff and I don't got my money. You know what I'm saying? So I just like to lay everything out there. If there's any issues, just in case, you know, you can't sit up here and say, hey, you promoting this company and they over there doing bad business and blah, 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 blah. Because I'm coming back and telling you what my experience was, especially if it was a negative or a con to it, what it was. So with that being said, enjoy your weekend. It's Friday. And until next time, peace. Don't forget to watch my videos all the way through. I'm about 200 or so hours away, and it's going slow as a turtle. So please help me out. Peace.